Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark, they're all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, for the long-awaited return of the Warg King. Now I know a lot of you have been on at me for a long time about getting this series back out, and I do apologise about how long it's taken, but I've just not had that much time. But now that I'm off work for the foreseeable future, thanks to being quarantined, yeah, I thought I'd revisit some of these old series and try and wind them up and see if there's still views there from you guys and whether the series still have any life left in them. If so, we'll try and carry it on a bit longer. If not, well, nothing lost, nothing gained and all that. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. So yes, as the Warg King, obviously we are King Thorin, the dreamer of the Warglands, ruling in Sea Dragon Point as the Warg King did. We have took most of the north. There's one province left for the Marsh King, one province for the Umber Kings, and then there is the Starks of Winterfell left to take all the north. So not much that we're going to have to do really to wind things up and take control of all the north, and then we can look elsewhere, or I'm not sure yet. I'll let you guys decide. I was thinking that if there is a bit of life left in this series and we carry it on, we could do a little bit like I've been doing in the Dane series, where we make houses for these random houses. Like we've got of Blackpool. We can change them and you guys can come up with some names for these houses to live in these regions, if obviously you guys want to see the series carry on. So yeah, let's unpause and let things tick along and see where we're at, see if I can remember where we're at and what it is we need to do. We do own last half, so we need to do something about that. So obviously, because the Umber King has taken everything, Last River, Umber King's son, is the lord of that. So let's have a look at his father, who's obviously King Cregan the Mountain Rides. Awesome name. Well, he's a bit of an awesome character really, but he does have a son, Prince Robert of the Last Half, who is his heir. So if we invite him to court, which we can't, what about if we send him a little gift? No, we've already tried that trick, so we're not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. I was hoping that we could probably give him the land. Why are you over on the High Lordship of the Sisters? What are you doing over there, Willard Umber? Okay, so we're going to have to wait until we do take the Umbers. I was hoping to give the last half to them. What about you, though, actually? Well, you don't have any children, so it's probably best that we don't give it you. And you've got cancer. So, yeah, we need to give it to your brother, really, if we can. We need to get him into our court so that we can give him that. We've sorted out a few non-aggression packs. Obviously, we've got our truce with the Neck and the Umberlords at present, so we can't do anything there. We do need to take control of the Starks. That is our next step. They've got 9,000 men. We have 16,000, so we should be able to go straight for the Starks. So let's declare war and de jure claim on Winterfell to finish conquering the north as the Warg King. Right, let's call up all our levies, wow, which are spread out everywhere, which could be dangerous because all the Stark host is just in this centre. They could pick off most of our men before we can even do anything at all. So let's try and divide our men. If you can march to Sea Dragon Point, and then all you men here also march to Sea Dragon Point. Try and avoid the Stark men if possible. We've got all you from the Bolton lands. If you can march down to, I was going to call it Warriors Way then, from the Knights of the North, but of course it's Widow's Watch. And then all you guys, can you march there as well? You'd probably be better off marching that way, as well as where are you? You're marching up there. You're marching up there. Yeah, if you go to Widow's Watch as well, and you as well. Let's see if we can get our men together and avoid that massive Stark host, which is obviously in the centre of Winterfell. We need to try and avoid that. And they're going to straight away go for the attack on some of our smaller units, which is what I was worried about. Let's disband those 10 men. And we'll disband those 29 for now. Just keep them safe rather than just getting them slaughtered for the sake of being slaughtered. I don't think we really had many ships at all, did we? So let's see what we did have. I know we didn't have men. We've got 4 ships on Bear Island, 10 ships in the Mountain Clans. Okay, we've got 10 ships over here as well. And that looks like that's literally all we've got in the way of ships. Oh no, apart from, wow. Oh no, it's 160 men. I thought we had 160 ships then. We've got 19 ships though, which is a decent amount, so we'll pick those men up on Skagos and bring them around. We do have a bit of money if we needed mercenaries, but I'm going to try and avoid that. The council position that's opened is for our Maester, which we obviously don't have a Maester. We have more of a Woods Witch type character, so yeah, let's forward things on. I am sorry about how long it's taken to get this series back. I do love this series, but yeah, I just didn't ever return to it, and then more and more time passed, and it was just, I kept forgetting, kept putting it off, but now that I've got time, I thought, no, let's get back into it. My king, I write on behalf of the bank to express the consternation of the actions of your bannerman Prince Edric Dustin. We'll pay it on his behalf because we've got plenty of money and that'll get him more on side, Lord Dustin of the Barrowlands. Where's that Stark army marching? Thankfully they're marching north so we can avoid them and get all our men together. That's good. That's good news. Hopefully they'll keep away. Okay, and Mud has just arrived at our court. No idea why. Okay, we're going to get a decent amount of men over here in Widow's Watch, which is good. Once the men gather. Ironborn freaking raiders, old Wick raiders. Okay, the 300 men are there on the ships. Merge together, board the fleet, and let's go down to Widow's Watch. I don't recognise my friend Chief Bear anymore. The things we had in common when we first met and became friends have changed and vanished. However, I meet him, I ask myself, is this the person I want to be friends with? Of course it is. We don't want to lose a giant as a friend. You blithering idiot. Right, considering the Starks of... Oh no, you're all going to Widow's Watch anyway. Ignore me, ignore me. I thought I was getting you to meet up in Greycliff. But yeah, we need to replace some of these houses. Look, House of Greyhold, rubbish. Let's get some awesome names. Some awesome first man names. Or we could even... bring in some houses that aren't around that should be, like the Hornwood is empty. We could easily make the Hornwood sigil. Well, ish. We could sort of make the Hornwood sigil. I'm going to have a little look. Let's see if we can get the Hornwood sigil to look half decent. Okay, so it's not exactly the same, but I think it's close enough that it could pass for Hornwood. We can get away with that. Would a black stag look better than a brown stag? No, I think the brown, it should be brown really, shouldn't it, for Hornwood? But yeah, that could easily pass as the Hornwood sigil. So we might be able to do that with some more of the houses. I'll let you guys decide what you think we should do. Right, let's bring that fleet round, drop those men off. We're going to have a decent few amounts of armies then spread out throughout the north. We can start actually trying to fight the Starks. We're obviously not going to get rid of the Starks. The Starks will keep Winterfell and all of its lands and its lordships. We just want dominion over them as kings. I don't know why they've gone up and sieged the mountain clans, but we'll leave them to it if that's what they want to do. Right, we've got a huge army here now. What should we do with this fleet? Let's send it all the way around the other side of Westeros. It's going to take them a while, but at least all our fleet's on one side. My ward, Rawton, is turned into an arrogant little braggart. I might have to rein him in a bit. Rawton Bolton. No, he has a reason to be proud. Yeah, you be proud. Why not? More of Bolton, of course. Very proud people. Okay. 0% opinion. That's good. It's better than what it was. If I remember rightly, I'm pretty sure they hated us. Oh, there's 5 ships here that we missed. Let's sail those round to Sea Dragon Point as well. Come on, you guys are taking a long time to get to the rest of the army. You know what? Now that the Stark army has moved on, let's just march you all to here, this Winterfell land. Why not? Right, we've got 3,000 men here. It's warming, winter is coming to an end, that's good, so we're not going to have to battle in winter. Not that it really affects northern men, but right, we've got 3,000 men. Let's march them on to Winterfell. Gather our fleets here, see what we can do. Your ward Rawton has started breaking the rules of the games he plays with the other children. He should show more ambition. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Why not? It makes him feel more like a real Bolton. I've just realised the amount of piety we got. That is ridiculous because we make a ridiculous amount of piety each month just because of our animals that we can walk. Right, yeah, we've been looted, fair enough. We go 2,000 men here, and we've got another 9,000 and 9,500 on the way. We'll send the 9,500 here instead, actually, to Dawn Forest. Why not? Split the men. Split the men. Who should we have leading this? We will... my king, my mission to the Dreadfort has so far been a success. During my visit to the court of the Red Queen, Lyanna Bolton of the Dreadfort, I seem to have managed to bring her to understand what a benevolent and peaceful ruler you really are. See, you don't need good diplomatic skill when you're a giant. You send a giant to tell someone what to do. I'm pretty sure they're going to do it. Pretty sure that has nothing to do with Mag's diplomatic skills and more to do with the fact that he's a freaking giant. Right, let's get Joran, our son, to lead this army, and then this army can be led by Alan, the priest. Where have all our other commanders gone? Because I know we've got a lot more commanders than that, so why are none of them able to lead armies? Got Greyjoy, who's really good. Must have someone better than you, maybe. Shadow King, whoever you are. We've got Umber, Lord Umber. Yeah, we'll go for him. Let's march our men. 9,000 here to attack this. Let's have a look. We're leading that army ourselves. And we'll have Lord Umber lead that army with us. Why not? And then let's leave Greyjoy in charge of that army. Keep an eye on the Stark host, 10,000 Stark men. Recently I've noticed the pitiful state of my son Ned. I have just been informed that the cause of his aches and fatigue is a case of the flu. Call for the physician at once. 4-year-old bastard. We have had quite a few bastards. We've got a ridiculous amount of sons actually, haven't we, if I remember correctly. One that died. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sons, 2 bastards, 1 legitimised, and 2 daughters, both dead as well. But then we've got a ridiculous amount of grandchildren, if I remember as well. Like a ridiculous amount. Right. Yep, they're still sieging that. Do you know what? There's not enough men there then, so let's march. Let's march to there, actually, Castle Kerwin, and take that. They're easily going to take Dawn Forest. It's going to be no trouble whatsoever. What's this here? Invite you to plot to kill Carl Greyjoy. Decline. Who is the Stark King? What's he like? Winter King Hofer of Winterfell. Skilled fighter, quick, honourable, kind, diligent, temperate. Very Stark. Very, very Stark, to be fair. Right, we've got 50 ships around here now. Did the others arrive then? Already? Or are they still going around the bottom of Westeros somewhere? Who knows? We'll find out. So at least we've got an alright sized fleet. Enough to move 5,000 men at least. There we go. Siege of Glen Castle is done. Wow, it's only 1 province, so we'll march straight onto Winterfell now with that 9,000 men. And we'll get the other smaller provinces under our control. Under my guidance, my young grandson Jonathan is slowly mastering the art of swordsmanship. Perfect. Wow, yeah, he's not too bad. He's a good diplomacer. The defenders of Castle Kerwin launched an unsuccessful raid against the besiegers, taking heavy losses in the attempt. We may conquer beyond the wall as well, maybe. That would be interesting to do. Okay, the Starks have almost sieged Crow's Edge of House Wall. My king, we have word from... I don't care. My king, since I arrived in Sea Dragon Port, there has never been a shortage of soldiers reinforcing the troops stationed there. Let us hope so. Oh, we can also call up the men that we had to disband. I know it wasn't a huge amount of men, but every little helps. It's an extra 90 men. They may make the difference. Who knows? Yep, almost siege this, which is good. Siege of Burley, a defeat. Never mind. Siege of White Creek Castle. Perfect. How's the siege going there? Do you know what? It's got 1 place siege, so let's just move on to King's Course instead. And who's King's Course again? House Tallheart. No, that's not right, is it? It's Torrhen Square's House Tallheart. Is it? Who's normally King's Course? Is it House Cassell in the game normally? I think it may be. I'm not too sure. Can't really remember. Lord Garrett has sent me an invitation to join him on a hunt. This could be an opportunity to get to know him better. Lord Garrett, the Giant of the Wolfswood of House Forrester. Now, if I remember correctly, this happened a lot, didn't it? I don't think we really liked each other, but why not? Sounds like it could be fun. It's been a while since I've played. I can't really remember. Okay, where's the Stark army on the march to? 10,000 defenders. It's a lot of men. We should probably get our men together at some point. That's a bigger host than what we've got in our biggest army. Lord Garrett expertly guides us through the forest. It is clear that he knows this area well. Garrett tells me we are looking for a wild boar that has been sighted in this area. I wonder if we will find it. Do you know what? We may need to march those 2,000 men to there, as well as those 3,000 men. We're going to need extra men there. Get the reinforcements there. As the Starks are... They've decided not to march on us now. Instead, they're going to siege some land. So you stay at Castle Kerwin for now and get it under siege, and we'll get the other reinforcements to arrive. They backed out. The Starks cowered out of defending Winterfell. 6,000 defenders. Yeah, we can siege that. We came across the boar we have been looking for, and Garrett rushed in and attacked the wild animal without a word. The wild animal turned around and charges at Garrett. I will aid him. He should have been more careful. We'll aid him. We best not die. I'd be fuming if we die because of that idiot of House Forrester. We're losing 6%, but as soon as we take Winterfell, that will surely change dramatically, I'd imagine. We're still making a ton of money. The beast fell to the ground from all the wounds, and all the retainers let out a loud cheer. I thank Lord Garrett for the fun occasion. Right, 11,000 men here now. Merge together. Get this under siege. What's the supply line here? 22,000. Wow. So we can literally bring everybody there. Let's put ourselves in this host as well. Why not? Do we have a siege leader? Doesn't look like it, so we'll just leave the men that are in charge for now. And we'll put, yeah, Lord Umber's already in control of the army in Castle Kerwin, so that's fine. We'll leave him there to do his own thing. Where's that Stark army marching off to now? Back to Crow's Edge for some reason. My king, I would deeply hesitant to ask, but the coffers of your royal subjects are running dry. We'll give them gold. We've got plenty of money, plenty of dough, plenty of gold coins. Siege of Buckerton. Oh, come on, come on. You've nearly sieged this now. How far off Winterfell are we? 6,000. Does he have children? Ah, they're all in hiding. You bastard. So we're going to have to go and actually attack the army at some point, but we'll get Winterfell under control first. My king, foreign grandson is under attack from the rock. I don't care. Couldn't care less, my friend. News has reached court that a claimant to my title, Princess Jacine, is hiring men for an attack against me. Okay, so she's a Stark. Her husband is Harwin Stark. Okay. Whatever, she's not going to have enough men to do anything against us, and we've got plenty of money, if need be anyway, to deter that invasion. Right, let's march to 3,000 men here. Let's get all our men together. They're going to attack us in Winterfell now, so no, they've changed their mind again. My grandson Jonathan hardly eats anything for fear of turning fat. Temperance is a virtue. Get him temperate. You know what? Stay there. What army is this? Army of Weil of Winterfell. Okay, it's a small Winterfell host. Hopefully we can get them to attack us, and we'll just send in our reinforcements at the last minute. Looks like they've changed their mind. Yeah, they're marching away again, the cowards. Right. Can we attack them in King's Course? Yes, we can. We've got double the amount of men. Should easily be able to crush that armour. Give us a bit of war score. Shouldn't be too much of a problem at all. Cass is such a caring granddaughter, always ready to lighten up the mood during a sombre family dinner or play with the children. Even though we may disagree from time to time, I cannot deny her accomplishments as granddaughter. Cass Mormont. Perfect. She still refuses to have a son, though, of House Mormont. It's just like the real House Mormont, all females. There we go, we've crushed that Stark armour. Perfect, that should give us a decent amount of war score, hopefully. And now we can march back to join the main House Green Skin family armor. I've been reading the legends, and it claims that death is not something a true believer should be afraid of. The gods forgive me, for I have sinned. Gain the trait stress, lose the trait lustful and proud. What is there in the afterlife though? Lose 25 piety, gain stress, so we can't really win either way. So we'll go for the bottom one and hope that we don't get stressed. Here we go, 14,000 men in Winterfell. Let's just get it under siege then. And then the Stark army is just to the north, so we can march on them once Winterfell is under control. I'm not marching away from Winterfell now. Now, not that we've managed to get it so low down. My young subject has finished his education in military strategy and command. It is evident that he has excelled in his studies. Rawton Bolton, the heir to the Dreadfort, who I believe... Oh no, we didn't. I thought we betrothed him to one of our daughters, but we didn't. He's a skilled commander though. He turned out pretty good, to be fair. Not bad at all. It's taken a long time to siege Winterfell. Come on, lads. My king, I'm deeply hesitant to ask, but the coffers of your royal subjects are low. Give them gold. Wow, 230 gold? Bastard. Wasn't expecting to have to give them that much. Right, the Stark army's marching straight below us. One child lacking in education focus, Ned Snow. Good at martial and learning. Let's go for... Oh, we could go for faith. Let's go for faith. Something different. Let's go for an old god priest. Why not? Right, where's that Stark host? Okay, they're just staying below us in Dawnfall, lifting the sieges. That's fine, because they're going to lose men by doing so. Whilst we actually just grind down Winterfell and starve them out, and then we can attack them. We've got a lot more men. Come on, guys. Got to near enough of siege this down now. My son, Prince Yorick, has not been himself lately. Call for the physician, even though we don't have one. Siege of Winterfell, victory. Perfect. There we go. We've got the first siege down and under control. Right. Where is Prince Jorin of the Warglands? Died of depression. Was that our heir? No, he wasn't. Our heir is Prince Yorick, the Eagle of the Rills. Oh my god, look how many kids he's had himself. I bet our family tree is like ridiculous. If we actually have a proper look. Let's have a proper look and actually open it all up and see just how big our family is. Okay, it's not as big as I thought it was. Not as big as I thought it was going to be fair. But it's still pretty impressive. Right, where's that Stark army going to? High Point. Who gets the advantage? He gets the advantage as he's marching away. So let's march on to Ironrath, where he'll also get the advantage. But we've got 2,000 more men. Decent commanders. What's the advantage in High Point? About the same. We're going to have to risk it. We'll risk it and hopefully crush the Starks. I hope. After being skillfully treated by Maester Maynard, my son Yorick is feeling much better. I should compensate him on doing a good job. I'm a bit worried about this fight now, if I'm honest. Because we just lost 1,000 men as we were marching for some reason. We've collected ample tax revenue. We may have to get some mercenaries if we lose this battle, but we've got such good commanders that hopefully we can get away with the crossing. and the hill disadvantage. It looks like we are going to, so that's good. You are separated from your men in the chaos of battle and now find yourself in the midst of war. As soon as you scan the field and try to rejoin your force, you see Ronald break through the enemy ranks and charge you. Ronald Snow. Let's have a look at him then. He's nothing special, so prepare to die of Sable Hall scum. In the midst of the battle, you and Ronald circle each other, tense and focused. The raging scene around you seems to slow down as you scan for signs of weakness. Let's have a look then. We've got a lot of combat skill as well as all of our animals. He is no match for my might. My eagle will aid me. Yeah, let's get our eagle to aid us. You allowed Ronald to take the initiative, patiently holding your ground while parrying his strikes. You wait until he seems tired, having a hole in his defense. Strike. Ronald tries to fight back, but I force my way through and move to gracefully slice half of his fingers completely off. Finally, I sink my wolfsbane into his chest. The man groans, and it takes a while before my own heart stops pounding. Then he is still. Awesome. Ronald crumples to the ground, lifeless. You wipe his blood from your wolfsbane. The deed is done. He is dead. Awesome. And because of that, the soldiers lose hope and we gain 20 morale. So that is a crushing defeat for the Starks, which is going to improve our war score massively as we're already at 41%. Once we do finish it, there we go, 75%. We absolutely crushed them. Let's go get these other lands back under siege then, the ones that they lifted the siege on, Dawn Forest, the White Knife, etc. Shouldn't take too long. They're going to be very, very poorly defended. Starks are retreating. We'll go and chase them down once we get these lands back under our control, which might about give us the 100 war score anyway, to be fair. 80%. Let's get the White Knife back under siege. I'm pretty sure that we did get the White Knife under siege before, didn't we? I'm sure we did. Pretty sure we did. Priest Jonathan seems to be very interested in the garments some of the courtiers are wearing, yet not in the usual lustful way. Priest Jonathan is also interested in the fabrics themselves, not just what's underneath them. He's harmless. One diplomacy, why not? Come on, let's get to White Knife. Yes, very poorly defended. Perfect. %. Let's go get the siege back on the other lands, and then we'll go crush what remains of the Stark host, and that will give us a victory against the Starks and put Winterfell under our control. 700 defenders, yeah, we can easily take that. We've got more than enough men to assault and take this. No one of value here. 93%. Let's get Castle Kerwin. My lack of mercy or pity towards my enemies has long instilled fear in people, but I've come to think that this ruefulness is not a strength but a weakness. Yes, I will become more compassionate from now on. Well, no, I wanted us to be ruthless. That's like our whole thing. We're a ruthless, warging, scary, barbaric bastard. Right, come on, let's go get Castle Kerwin under control. And the Starks are marching on Winterfell, perfect, so we can assault this and then march onto Winterfell to attack them and finish the war. 98%, perfect. The battle for Winterfell will end it. What quality of education would you like to purchase for your son, Prince Desmond Greenskin? We'll spend Hyla, and... oh, he's already got his focus. He's the bastard. They're trying to march away, but they're going to be too late. This will win us the war, perfect. Crushing victory. Battle of Winterfell, a victory, 100%. Offer peace and force demands, yes. King Thorin the Dreamer has used out the title Castle of King's Course from Winter King, Hofer of Winterfell. Da-da-da-da-da. The Northern Winterfell de jure war over Winterfell has ended. King Thorin of the Warglands has won. So he's not in charge in Winterfell. Where's he gone? It just said that he was about. Let's have a look. Claimants. Hofer Stark of Winterfell is up in Aradel. Bloody hell, so he's done the same thing that they all do, where they just refuse, but we will give Winterfell back to the Starks, but we'll have to wait for another time to do that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know if you want to see more of the Warg King, as I know a lot of you were asking to see a return to the series. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon for my next video.